At least 30 social media profiles of white student unions, they've been set up in the last week, mostly on Facebook. Now, these pages, they're claiming to represent students at schools like Stanford, NYU, UC Berkeley, as well as the University of Missouri School, the one where that leadership, Tim Wolf, he resigned amid allegations that he was just not doing enough to address racism on his campus. And some are crying foul. They're saying that these groups don't represent the school or the students and could have been set up by anyone, which is true. NYU in particular, they had this page of touting white supremacy, and they were like, look, nobody at this school did this. And that narrative is in line with Andrew Anglin. He's this neo-Nazi blogger. He's calling for his followers who attend these schools and who don't to put up these pages. And people are saying, look, the speed and the rate at which they're going up, it couldn't possibly be a movement because movements take time. It's probably someone, like this young man who just, wants these sites up to address these schools with kids that don't even go to these schools.
It's an indicator of the reality, the racial reality in this country. We see it in many different levels. We see it with the violence. We see the murder at Chicago in the hands of police. That we saw the rise of Donald Trump pushing this xenophobia and pushing this racist sentiment around, and people is buying into it. And then we see these universities getting engaged in the racial debate, pushing their leadership to take action and make campus a safe place. And what we see is the reaction of it. And there's people around, there's a lot of people around that they don't want to let go of a distant past where there was white supremacy, and it's a different country now, and they can't deal with it, and they're doing whatever they can to push that message of hate, to push that message of xenophobia and the idea of white-only clubs. It's just sad to see it.
They're saying that this is coming at a time where it's counteractive to groups on campuses that, like the University of Missouri system, where they wanted that president to do more about racism, and student activist groups that are coming out and saying, what, this still exists on our campus. And some people are saying that this is the counter to that. But I want to point out, excellent point about the xenophobic, racist nature of these groups, and whether they're legit or not. Their student status, they don't have to verify to set up these accounts with a student email. So there's really no way of proving if they're legit or not. But at least NYU is crying foul and saying this has nothing to do with us. So.
I think that the universities, they need to get involved. They need to have more control if they can. It's hard because with social media, like you said, it's hard for them to monitor, but at least to keep monitor and announce we are not part of this. Create outreach programs in the university so we can stop this. It's insane that we're going back in time 50 years to the time where,
segregation
the younger
was a legal reality.
And not only that, the younger generations, to see the younger generations that should be progressive, that should be thinking of changing the world for the better, they're having these retrograde attitudes. And it's sad because they have leaders of opinion, and I blame Donald Trump because he gets so much media and he's creating a splash, and other candidates are following suit and is having a reaction. This is an indicator that it's working and we should stop it.
White student unions, just trolls being trolls, or is this part of a larger issue, a dangerous new trend on campuses across America?